Hello and welcome to the spotlight for the thermal expansion mod version 1.0.4.1. Now, let's start off with what's in this mod. This is the powered furnace. It will take 1 megajoule per tick, up to 3 megajoules per tick. Its speed is based on the amount of power it has. It can store power inside itself up. Currently it's holding up to the maximum, which is 9600 megajoules. You can also have it so the machines will only run when they have a redstone signal, and also when they don't have a redstone signal, but you can also turn that feature off as well right here. Each machine also has a configuration panel, which allows you to configure where items go. Blue would refer to input. Now, by itself having no color means it's considered a spot where power could be input, but nothing else. Now, as well, you can have multiple outputs. I'm not entirely sure what you'd use multiple outputs on this machine though, but just like any furnace, you put your copper in, you put your iron in, and it cooks it up pretty quick. Now, the pulverized ores are actually from the pulverizer. Toss your ore in, and you get it pulverized. Now, each time you pulverize an ore, as you can see, it also works with the ores from mods, you have a chance of getting a rare earth lode, which you actually just saw me get. Now, rare earth lodes are actually used for a number of recipes in this mod. Now, it's not the rare earth lode itself, it's after you pulverize the rare earth lode. You get pulverized rare earth. Now, as you can see, this machine itself can hold up to 22,400 megajoules with a maximum usage of 7 megajoules per tick. It has a minimum of 1 as well. All of them seem to be able to run on 1 megajoule per tick, which really just means steam engines. So you can get power generation for these going on quite early on in the game. Now, another thing is the sawmill. Now, the sawmill you can use to collect materials from items you've made, as well as cut new wood. And the rubber wood from Red Power 2. You know, it always turns into sticks when you actually try to do anything with it. But throw it into the sawmill, and you get 3 wooden planks. When you throw in regular wood, you get 4, and you get 6, and you get sawdust. Now, sawdust, you take 8 of them, and you get compressed sawdust. You throw the compressed sawdust in a furnace, you get charcoal. Now, everyone always hates boats because you make them and you can't get it back. But through the sawmill, 5 wooden planks. Throw a note block in there, you get 8 wooden planks and redstone that's broken down to its cost. Jukeboxes, 8 planks, diamond. Now, the induction smelter. Looks similar to a furnace, got your input there, output, but this spot here is actually reserved for sand. So you take some sand, take some ore. This also works with regular ore. I'll actually just grab a piece quickly to show you guys. Just throw it in. Well, that was interesting. Now, over here, we got the Igneous extruder. It works as a cobble gen. Will not use up either of the resources, just like if you made a cobble gen in the regular game as well. Now, if you set it to stone, it will slowly eat up resources. Takes a bit longer too, as you can see. It takes a long time for it to eat up all of it, but no worries. But if you choose obsidian, it will eat it up in a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, I have it outputting out the back. I have lava coming in here, water coming in here. Now, you're probably wondering where I got all that lava from. Well, it's actually from this magma crucible. What it can do is it can take cobblestone and netherrack and smelt them down into lava. Netherrack only takes 4,000 megajoules to convert into lava, so it's fairly quick. Now, also, you can do cobble, but it's more there as just a token gesture. It takes 20,000 megajoules to smelt cobble into lava. That in itself is self-defeating because of the fact that it takes more to smelt the cobble into lava than you get out of it. If you compare it to the the production of a combustion engine running off of lava, it only produces 20,000 megajoules. Now, over here, I have the Glacial precipitator. For 9/10 of a block, or for a block of ice, it takes 9/10 of a bucket of water. Snow takes less, as you can, well, as you'll see in a second here. And snowballs take even less and go even faster. Mind you, as you can see, it sort of queues it up. It will always finish what it's making at that moment before it switches. Now, over here we have the Aqueous accumulator. It's balanced against the Buildcraft pump using 4 redstone engines at full heat. Now, what it's really doing is it's trying to keep a pipe I have placed under it, through the configuration, full, which is leading to the Glacial accumulator, or Glacial precipitator, and the Igneous extruder. Now, I'm going to toss some of the slag in here. The slag comes from the Induction smelter when you actually smelt anything inside it. Now, you're probably wondering where I got the sulfur and niter from. Well, you get the niter and sulfur from the Pulverizer. If you pulverize netherrack or blaze rods in it, you will have a chance, 20% chance to get sulfur. Niter is from pulverizing sandstone, and getting sand. Chance as well. Now, if you take niter, sulfur, and coal, or charcoal, you can craft them together and get gunpowder. Now, over here, got the recipes, pneumatic servo, machine chassis, redstone power coil, powered furnace, the pulverizer, the sawmill, the induction smelter, the aqueous accumulator, glacial precipitator, the magma crucible, and the igneous extruder. Now, over here, I got a couple of the alloy blends, which you get from mixing the powders from the pulverizer. First off, we got the alloyed steel blend. It's 3 iron ore pulverized, as well as 1 piece of pulverized rare earth and a piece of charcoal. Smelting it down gets you the alloyed steel ingot. Now, bronze blend. Just like IC2, 3 copper dusts, 1 tin dust, or in this case pulverized ores, gets you 2 bronze blend. Bronze blend turns into bronze. Now, the brass blend is made from 2 bronze blends. You get 4 brass blends, and it gives you the brass ingot from Red Power 2. Don't know if that's going to change or not. Now, the brass itself, as you can see, can be turned back into bronze, so don't worry about it. The refractory alloy blend, made from the alloyed steel blend, pulverized rare earth, redstone, smelts down into an ingot. I think they're used for stuff in the future that he's working on. Pulverized gold, silver, and rare earth gets you the conductive alloy blend. You can swap the silver ore for gold ore if you're playing vanilla. Well, semi-vanilla. And that gets you conductive alloy ingots. Now, it also can be made with tin and copper, but, well, as well as gold ore and pulverized earth, but that only gets you 3 pieces of it. I'd more suggest going for silver or another piece of gold. Now, there is also the superconducting alloy blend, which is redstone, pulverized rare earth, and the conductive alloy blend. Now, that gives you superconducting alloy ingot. Still doesn't have a use yet, but I'm assuming it's in the works. Now, the use for sawdust. 8 pieces of sawdust, done up like that, gets you compressed sawdust. You throw the compressed sawdust into a furnace, and it gives you charcoal. Now, I have a few things set up, as you saw over here. Now, over here, I have a TNT factory. All it takes is coal or charcoal to make TNT. So, you put your coal or charcoal in here, and then you take a stack of nether, well, netherrack, throw it in a pulverizer. It has a chance of producing sulfur, but it produces cobblestone. The cobblestone then goes and gets pulverized in here into sand. The sand is crafted via this automatic crafting table into sandstone, then is pulverized and back down to sand, but with a chance of producing niter. Now, both the sulfur and niter are automatically funneled over here into the chest with the coal, which is then crafted up into gunpowder via this automatic crafting table. Now, how I mentioned that when it pulverized it, it comes back into sand. 2 pieces of sand specifically. That's shot off here and over into this chest, which takes the gunpowder and the sand and crafts TNT. Now, over here, I have a glass factory. Igneous extruder, producing cobble. Shot into a pulverizer, which makes sand. And then the powered furnace smelts the sand into glass. And then you have a zillion glass. Now, probably wondering why I have this here. Just regular wool from the way it looks. But you don't get it back. Right there it seems strange, but it's actually Rockwool made from the slag. Rockwool needs to be mined with a pick, but one of the greatest things about it is it does not burn at all. So feel free to build your pixel art without having to worry about someone coming along with a flint and steel and burning it. Because it will survive, it will persevere, and make it through. And that's pretty much it for the thermal expansion mod for the moment. More stuff is in the works, but that's it for now. Take it easy.